A little darker.
Yep.
Since it's PM. Oh, we're live. We're live.
Hola, unconventionals.
Hola, unconventionals.
¿Cómo están?
Oh, all right. I gotta turn this down again. Sorry.
Here, you want me to do that for you?
Oh, thank you. All right, test the chatter thingy.
I think it's working.
Oh, well,
It's,
I got your hola.
yep, but we'll have to see. Hopefully it works this time.
Yes, fingers crossed
Ojalá.
that we have fully functional streaming, YouTubing, chatting, everything working today.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
All right, so what are we talking about first? You want to go over the current stats?
Sure.
Look, yeah, it's working.
Yay! Oh, good. Then I don't have to hold this because it's a heat generator. I don't want to have to use my laptop again like I did on Sunday. Hola, Brand. Hola, Michael. Don't turn our fan off. We have a little baby fan over there.
I'm trying
It's a
to
little stuffy.
angle it up at us.
Hola, Judith. So yeah, we were going to start by sharing you the latest and greatest here if you're not in Ecuador. We just saw the latest numbers are 1,403.
1,403 people
Yes.
now have been diagnosed with the corona.
Yes, and 34 people have died. You guys, they said a 6-month baby died.
Well, that was 3 months, 7 months.
I don't know, a baby died.
A baby.
The baby was less than a year old. How sad is that?
Yeah.
That really sucks.
Yes.
Heartbreaking. We are on our new curfew. The entire country is locked down from 2 p.m. to 5 a.m. now. So that happened.
Yeah. So we are basically locked up.
Yes, and stores are closing at 12:30, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have as much time to go out and get your grocery shopping done.
But most people are wearing masks,
Mm-hmm.
which is really interesting to see.
Yep. And we were chatting with our friend Chinu earlier today. It's Abby's birthday. Happy birthday, Abin! Anyway, she was saying how in Cuenca everybody's staying off the streets and there's a lot of police out patrolling.
That was a tongue twister.
Apparently so.
Police out patrolling.
Police out patrolling. We haven't seen as many police here, but they're here. But everybody's been calm. It's really to keep people from breaking curfew. And when I was doing my yoga earlier, this was around 5 o'clock tonight, a guy walked by and blasted, they're spraying some sort of chlorine gas or
everywhere.
Yeah, I got a whiff of bleach outside the window. So hopefully that's effective. I guess time will tell. It smelled very clean.
It's like one of those things where I think it gives people a sense of doing something, even though it may not do anything.
It may not. It may. We're going to hope for the best. I just hope that the guys that are actually out spraying that are taking good precautions because they're surrounded by a cloud of chlorine gas or whatever that is. Maybe one of you guys know what it is. I just hope they're safe. Yeah.
And they are playing music in our Comuna classical. Yesterday they were playing Vivaldi's Four Seasons, and they were playing a classical rendition of some pop music today. So it's kind of nice to have relaxing music.
It is.
Echoing throughout town.
It is nice, although I wish we could just hear the ocean. Every once in a while I could hear it, but the music is beautiful. It's
not ketchup, Candace. It's just agua, solo agua.
So somebody asked where the city the baby was from. It was from that Sucumbios.
Sucumbios.
Yeah.
That's not a city. That's a province.
That's a province. I'm not exactly sure.
It's in the northeast of Ecuador.
But
in the Amazon.
It's just heartbreaking. Poor little thing. Yeah, I agree. We don't want to dwell on the negative. It is what it is. Ecuador is doing everything they can. They're keeping us all indoors and doing everything they can to keep it from spreading any more than it is and to flatten that curve.
Yep.
So fingers crossed.
Let me try and move this.
Sorry, we're adjusting the fan.
Is that better? Can you feel it?
Oh, I can. That's very nice. Thank you. So, yes, Ecuador has become the most infected country in Latin America.
You have a fan.
But we're still, I saw some stats about some of the states in the U.S. are worse off than Ecuador. So
yeah, and the U.S. is now the worst country in the world, or at least the most cases.
But anyway, like we said, we're not going to dwell on the negative. And 2 p.m., we weren't really going out much anyway because we're trying to follow the rules and they're supposed to stay home unless it's to go out and get food or medicine. So to me, it's not really that big of a deal, other than the fact that it kind of condenses people out that need to go and be in the little mercados. But they did a really good job today monitoring people, so it wasn't like a big, huge rush of people. They were trying to keep it a little more spread out. Yeah,
they had a limit of 5 people in the little mercadito today, but some people weren't really paying any attention to that. They were just plowing in.
But at least, we have food. I saw somebody, where did I just see that? Atlee Yarrow, hopefully I pronounced your name correctly, said lots of empty food stores here in stateside in Florida. Yeah, I've still seen a lot of pictures of empty shelves in the States, so we really can't complain.
No, we had food.
Yes, and the sun is shining, and we're here with you guys, and we're happy.
So Brand said their quarantine's been extended to May 6th.
Oh, wow. And Guatemala doesn't have that many cases.
We're expecting that here as well.
Were we?
Yeah,
I'm still holding out for April 5th.
No, it's still growing really quickly here.
No, I'm really hoping that it turns the corner and then they're like, oh, okay, everything's great.
A lot of people just aren't following the rules. A lot of people have been arrested, but a lot of people here are just out. There were a bunch of guys hanging out in the soccer this evening when they're after the curfew. So people just aren't. And then there were a lot of people without masks today.
So I don't know how to say Siraj. I'm sorry if I'm horribly butchering your name. Yeah, that sucks that you already booked your flight and everything. This too shall pass, everyone.
It'll be over at some point.
It will be over, and we will pick up the pieces, and who knows what the future will have in store for us, but I'm sure it will be full of new possibilities. Yeah. We talked about that last time.
Yeah. And then somebody asked, Jorge asked about bringing the drone. One of our patrons on Patreon, Steve Lewis, if you're watching, hola Steve.
Hola.
He brought the drone for me and didn't have any issues. He just carried it on in his backpack, and they didn't say anything. It's so small that they might not even know what it is.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be registered, and I think that's the big difference. So we've had a couple people tell us that they brought the Mavic Pros in and that they've basically taken it apart or put pieces in different areas in their luggage and their carry-on to get it through that way. Mm-hmm. I don't know. That sounds to me like an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, or a lost wing.
But it worked for them. So I guess you could do that. But we've also been told that if you do bring something like that through customs, it's basically like 100% tax. So you end up paying in tax what you paid for in the States. I don't know. Something to think about. And I don't know what the temperature is. Do you have
It's warm. What is the temperature?
I think we have our Fahrenheit. That's kind of lame. I guess we should change that to Celsius.
It was 82 degrees today. It's 79 right now.
What's that in Celsius?
Here.
All right, sorry.
You don't need to do this. 70. So it's 69. It's 20 degrees Celsius.
Hi, Gil. Hola, Indiana. Quarantine.
Yeah, Judith, we're all concerned about the financial fallout. It's crazy. It may end up being worse than the virus.
Yeah, let's hope not. We just have to stay positive. That's all we can do, you guys. Yeah. All of us have to be supportive of each other and help out people who need help.
Yep.
Alone's doing a lot of that. Speaking of Alone, if anybody in the neighborhood is watching, I would really like to know if you can understand what on earth they're saying over the loudspeaker.
Yeah.
Because I'm convinced that if they were speaking in English, I still could not understand it. It just sounds like rah, 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 rah.
That's right.
And yesterday they were yelling at somebody, and so basically if you just turn up the volume but you still can't understand anything, you still can't understand it.
And it was so loud that all the dogs were howling.
They were.
It was, and I don't have any idea what they were saying.
But maybe somebody else knows. I don't know.
I think they were saying, go home. Quédate en casa.
Yes.
Toque de queda.
Please. Hola from New York. All right, you guys, we're going to talk about some different things today.
Yeah.
So we're not just doom and gloom.
Yeah, feel free to throw out any questions that you guys have while we're talking. But we were going to talk a little bit about things that you can do to keep yourself busy and occupied.
Yeah, and we want to know what you guys are doing besides just watching the
Netflix
news.
and
Netflix. Although I did get an email, or I saw a headline that you could get the free 30-day CBS All Access, which I have not signed up for yet. But because I, too, am a big sci-fi geek, they said you could stream Picard. Like, oh, yes. So I have to check that out. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to do a VPN, but I would like to watch the latest Star Trek series, Picard, on CBS All Access for free.
Yeah, I'm lucky. She's beautiful and she's a geek.
I love my sci-fi. Oh, my sisters are horrified. They've been horrified ever since I was a kid. I just embarrassed them because I like sci-fi. I don't care. Oh, and Judith, she dug daffodils today. Oh, daffodils are so beautiful. Oh, and a fig tree. That sounds awesome. You can make some yummy fig jam. I love that stuff. All right, JP, I'm chattering away.
I know.
It's your turn.
Amelia is the garden. Love the garden.
I do. I like to grow vegetables. When it comes to flowers, I'm not very good.
Mm-hmm. So one thing you guys can do to stay connected with all of your friends and family is sign up for a Zoom.com account. Zoom, ZOOM.com if you're not already.
I think it's Zoom.us. So whenever, I use it every day.
Oh yeah, well it redirects to Zoom.us. Zoom.com redirects to Zoom.us. Anyway, it's a great way to connect with other people like your family, do a big group chat with all your friends or family, and it's free for up to 100 users and for a 40-minute like chat, conference, webinar kind of thing. Yeah,
it works really well. I had a webinar today with some ladies in Colorado, and it was working great. And when we were chatting, this was for work, but we were bouncing ideas of how to stay connected to people. And they said that some of them were using Skype, because you can ping people on that too. So it's a little nudge or whatever. And you can do Skype. It's free too, isn't it?
Skype is, yeah.
Skype is, yeah.
For we pay because we're international.
Yeah, so we pay $3 a month for unlimited calling to the United States and Canada, otherwise known as North America.
Yeah. Jeanette mentioned Coursera. That's a good one. One of them is called Skillshare.com, and one's Udemy.com, and they have some free trial periods as well that you can sign up for. A lot of people are out of work now or just having bored, or their retirement took a hit, might need to earn some extra income. So those sites, you can learn a new skill set and be prepared for when this ends to maybe get some online work, and you can live in Ecuador and work online. Yeah, or maybe it's time to learn a new hobby if you can do it inside. Yeah. So Jeanette, you'll have to let us know what you think of that. Blinkist.com, Blinkist.com, and they have a 7-day free trial, and it's like the Cliff Notes versions of nonfiction books. So they have like 7 Habits of Highly Effective People and How to Win Friends and Influence People and all kinds of books. They have thousands of books, and it's like 15 minutes or less, and you basically get all of the gold nuggets out of the books. So that's a pretty cool way to download things quickly, Matrix style. Yeah. So speaking of Matrix, it goes back to sci-fi. Mike said it would be better if you can watch a bunch of episodes at once for Picard. Yes. Yeah, we can binge it. I'm excited. We don't actually watch a lot of TV, but like I said, I do like my sci-fi. The line must be drawn here. Jorge, I kill it, not well. They are not obeying the curfew, and they have not taken this seriously. And they are the epicenter, and they have over 1,000 people there. So they're the epicenter. Is that like the EpiPen? Could be. They're not doing well, but it will all. This too shall pass. Yes. So Michael says they're having Zoom happy hours. Very cool. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Good idea. And then, free yoga. There's a lot of free yoga on YouTube. Yeah. Amelia has an account with Gaia.com,
Yeah, that's $10 a month. I've been using that for a couple years, and I really like it. But yeah, you can find a lot of stuff on YouTube. When I was what's the name? There's a Lila Isaac, I think is her name. She has some fun little belly dance kind of tutorials / workouts that I was used to do. I'll probably start doing those again when I was learning the basic moves. So if you want to learn some dance moves, YouTube's great for that. All sorts of stuff.
Yeah, bachata, salsa. There are lots of free lessons on YouTube.
You can get all sorts of crafty stuff.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to have to
Origami.
make us masks, but
I might start doing origami.
really?
Yeah, I used to do origami.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you do with that stuff when you're done with it?
I just throw it away. Look at it.
Can you unfold it then and reuse?
Yeah,
Because throwing it away is kind of wasteful. But all right, I would like to see you origami,
All right.
JP.
Challenge accepted.
I was thinking about digging up some of my long sleeve stuff and repurposing my long sleeve shirts that I'm hoping I don't need to wear again. Oh, Carol said that she loves origami. All right, I'm very intrigued. JP's doing something right now, you guys.
I'm trying to make
I'm not
this
sure what
bigger
he's doing.
so that I can see it.
Oh, good idea. Of course, now we're just staring at this, but that's all right.
That's all right.
I see the green light for our camera.
Yeah, let us know if we disappeared because I opened the chat window on a bigger screen because my eyes don't work that well.
Even with your new glasses?
Still too far away. It's at that in-between distance. It's not close, it's not far.
Judith, I understand your hesitancy about relocating to Ecuador. I will tell you there are a lot of single people, older and single ladies that do it. And there, especially if you go to Cuenca, the support system is huge. Good thing is that you have time to think about it because you can't come right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be flippant. I'm just trying to make light.
Yeah, and they did close the beaches. All the beaches in Ecuador are closed, and they were sending out the military. But I went to the grocery store today and walked by the beach on the way to the grocery store, and there were still people out walking on the beach, and I saw one person swimming in the ocean. But we're not supposed to be.
No, that's cool, Judith. That they make origami cranes and hang them as a peace offering. All right, you're up. I like that.
Europe. She said Japan.
Origami cranes.
Oh.
You're up to make them.
Okay.
To bring peace into our home.
Yeah, a lot of people are crying here too.
Yeah, I know. It's tough to be cooped up inside and, well, I don't know. Daisy's, I think she's depressed, you guys.
Daisy's really depressed. Today was a bad day for Daisy.
Yeah, she was definitely not herself. Leisha is in heaven.
Yeah, because we're all here holding her all the time.
Yep, she's snuggled up right next to me. So what else you got on that list, JP Stonestreet?
Let's see, what else do I have here? So somebody posted in our Patreon Discord chat community about the Montanita Spanish School.
Oh, yeah.
They have live classes on Instagram, on their Instagram live channel. And I'll put links to all of this stuff in the live stream description once we're done. But it's Montanita Spanish School on Instagram. If you go find them, they have classes every day, I think at like 11 and 1 that you can attend. There's also Will Ferris sent us this cool link to the SpanishExperiment.com. And they have children's stories like Chicken Little and Little Red Riding Hood that are in Spanish and read in Spanish. But you can click to view a translation of each like little segment as you read along. And we were listening to those yesterday. It's actually really helpful because we're kind of at that level now where we could read children's books.
Yeah.
And the apps aren't really helping us. Apps like Duolingo and Memrise were really helpful to help us build up our vocabulary, but they're not very helpful anymore. We're really progressing past that point.
Yeah, and we need to be speaking, which we still have not done.
Yeah, so it's helpful that you can read along with those children's stories, and it made me feel better about my Spanish doing that yesterday.
So it was funny because when we were on the phone with Tinu today, we could hear, all of a sudden we heard like E-I-E-I-O in the background, and Evie was learning some English with some English children's stories. Yeah. So apparently that's a common method. That and music. Carol said she's turned into a house cat. I'll have to look up that quarantine tips I learned from my cat. I'm sure that's very entertaining.
You can actually, you can test drive it for 3 or 6 months. So when you come here, you can get a visa, a 3-month tourist visa. And then if you decide you want to stay longer, you can get a 3-month extension, making it a total of 6 months. Other than that, you have to get a temporary visa if you want to stay longer than 6 months.
Yeah, and the temporary visa is 2 years. And if you're here for the temporary visa for the 2-year time frame, you can only be gone 3 months total out of that 2 years.
Yes. What, 3 months each year?
3 months each year. Yeah, I knew that wasn't right as soon as it came out of my mouth. But who knows what'll happen? Right now, all the visas are just paused, so people are here automatically get an extension.
Until May 19th, I think is what I saw. Right now, it's paused till May 19th. The supermarket, well, what they call it a supermarket, the tiendas and the mercaditos here in Alone, the mercaditos were closed 2 days ago, and nobody knew why they were closed or if they were going to reopen, but they were open yesterday and today.
Yep.
They don't have a lot of fruit. They have a lot of the regular vegetables for the most part. It's a little thin on some things, but we're hoping they get some papayas or something tomorrow. I'm going to go back up in the morning and hopefully they'll have something.
Yeah, but there's food.
The stores, the grocery stores, the little tiendas, those are fully stocked. They're not short on anything. So we haven't, and the downside about Alone is there's no ATM, and all of these tiendas only take cash, and nobody takes a credit card here. So without an ATM, we're going to have to go into Montanita eventually, but we're really trying to ration our food and not spend too much. But so in the last week, I think what did I say today, Amelia? We spent like $30.
Yeah, we haven't spent that much money.
I think we spent $20 or $30 on food in the last week.
Yeah, vegetables are pretty cheap here.
Yeah.
So, and again, Chinu told us that she thought the prices were more expensive in Cuenca. We haven't noticed that at all. Everything's been the same.
Yeah, I bought.
Can't complain.
Yesterday, I went out and went to the grocery store and bought some. What did I buy? Oats and raisins. A few other things, and it was $4.50. And then I went to the Mercadito and I bought like 2 or 3 bags full of stuff, and it was $4.50. So for $9, I basically came home with my arms pretty much loaded. Yeah,
so it's good. You can't complain. I know. I'm hoping we don't have to go to Tia. I saw somebody posted on Facebook from the Alone Facebook group that they walked into Montanita, and we could do that too if we needed to, because the taxis are kind of scarce. But you can arrange a driver, and we have to go by ourselves, meaning either JP would go or I would go, because it's only one person plus the driver in a car, in a taxi, that is. But anyway, this person said it took them like 45 minutes. It's like, well, that would be worth it just to get out and be able to walk for 45 minutes since I haven't been out. But I've been doing my yoga. I did yoga before this today.
Amelia, they said that you can get a cruise line, buy 1 week, get 2 weeks free.
Yeah.
I bet the cruise line industry is really hurting.
Gosh, I feel sorry for people in that industry, in the restaurant, retail, people, look at what we've just seen in the small scale here. It's happening all over. It's not good.
Chris, the tiendas all have wine and beer. So that has not, and the price is the same. None of the prices on anything have changed.
No,
so there's no price gouging. They're selling the masks for 75 cents, like the surgical masks. I found those at they call it the China store. It's the tienda that it's owned by Chinese people. And they were selling them for 75 cents each. Some places sell them for 50 cents, but in some places for $1, but they're not price gouging on those either.
So the volunteer opportunities, there are definitely a lot of volunteer opportunities in Cuenca. So there's a lot of different, I didn't even know there was an orphanage in Cuenca that Paul volunteers at. There's a soup kitchen, there's the Hope House, there's animal shelters, there's like 3 different, there's a lot. Even here in the Alone area, there's several. There's another orphanage here that a lot of the expats volunteer at, and then there's the environmental group, and then there's the Comuna that does outreach. So there's a lot of opportunities.
A lot of volunteer. And a lot of the expats volunteer.
And a lot of things for the animals too. Yeah. People and animals.
Ron pointed out that on the investor visa that you can leave as much as you want. That's true, but that just went into effect, I think, 6 months ago. That's a relatively recent development.
Anybody have the recipe for a quarantini? I have not tried that. But it sounds delicious. Sequoia said, when I was in Alone, we met an expat family who volunteered with an orphanage. Yeah, that's not that far from, the orphanage is in Montanita. It's really close. And there is a couple different animal rescues here, but they don't actually have a physical site. So remember we met Jenna, whose aunt runs one, and then there's the Pause for Hope or something like that.
Yeah.
So
they're trying to find I think they're going to try to find a place to actually house some rescued animals.
Yeah, and if you want to do that in Cuenca, we know Mauricio runs Baton, and then Jessica runs Rescate, and then there's
Amigos de Manolo.
Yeah, we know the people that run 3 different ones, so that should not be an issue. It was in the paper today that 2 cruise ships. Oh, yeah.
God, can you imagine being stuck on a cruise ship?
That's got to be something straight out of a horror movie.
Yeah, that's got to be terrifying.
Those poor people. And then, nobody wants them.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't just stay in the ocean forever. That sucks. I feel sorry for them. There is an explosion of jobs for personal deliveries from restaurants. That's good.
Well, but they're not going to be high paying.
No, but I don't
better
know.
than nothing.
Maybe, yeah. We see delivery stuff all the time in Alone, so I don't know. We cook. We haven't done any deliveries.
Yeah, we haven't done any deliveries.
So I don't really know how that's going. Chinu said that it's definitely gotten a lot slower for them, but that's because now that we're closed at 2:00, of course it's slow.
Yeah, and they're closing at 1. They're not taking any orders after 1, I think is what
Well, yeah, because they can't get caught out delivering after curfew, and they said they had a couple people that were calling in their orders too close to curfew.
Yeah.
That's a chance they can't take.
Hola, Kylie.
Hola.
Look east, we're waving. I think she's but look northeast. Yeah, Ola from Oregon. So that's like northwest.
I'm not very good at all of that. Vertical replenishment for food stuff.
What's that mean? I don't know what that means.
Hold on. Vertical replenishment meaning like, I don't know. I thought maybe like the whole.
Vertical?
Yeah.
Replenishing vertically?
Well, no, you know how they do the whole new growth, like the indoor growing
hydroponic?
Stuff? Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, Judith, we're stumped.
Yeah, Carol's stumped too. We're all stumped, Judith. What's vertical replenishment?
Ooh, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Cool. Hey, Jeff. So Kylie said my doctor was stuck on a cruise ship. They had to leave Chile and charter a flight in the Falklands. Wow.
But that was expensive.
Boy. Yeah, that. I cannot imagine what that would be like.
Yeah. So Luca and Sarah from Leave Everything in Wonder and Trenton Alley, the van lifers that we met in Cuenca on their way through, they are all stuck in Argentina. They can't leave. So that would kind of stink.
Yeah, that's what we said this morning, is that at least we're home.
Yeah, at least we have a house and a routine and we know people.
It would be hard if you were stuck in a hotel somewhere.
Or a van.
Yeah, well, at least the van is their home.
Yeah.
But anyway, just to be, I don't know, out of your element would be tough. And so Judith said delivering food via helicopter. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. I think I was thinking more of a long-term strategy.
Oh.
That's how I'm going to, I don't know, save face. Hola, R from South Texas.
Yes, Misha, yes, we are allowed to go out in our yard.
Yeah.
So you're allowed to go out on your own porch, your own yard, but you can't go out front, outside of your house.
Unless you need to go out for food or.
Well, but not after curfew.
Well, no, not after curfew.
So they don't even want you walking your dog. So if you live in like a multi-level condo and you don't have a yard, you're not even supposed to take your dog out between 2 p.m. and 5 a.m., which I just don't see how that's reasonable.
Yeah, I don't.
A dog can't hold themselves that long.
No.
And Daisy won't go inside. We're very thankful we have a yard. And also, they're not that strict here and alone. Most people seem to be abiding by the rules, but we see people out, and we haven't seen much enforcement of the curfew other than people just doing it on their own.
Well, yeah, people, like you said, now it's like one person. It wasn't that day when we saw the pictures that somebody had taken from the beach with the military out there, and there was a whole bunch of people out there surfing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That when there's a lot of people, they're going to call the cops.
Yeah. Can I get food via Mini? Only pictures of it.
Minnie's pretty light.
Yeah, Mini is tiny. Mini does not have a very large carrying capacity.
And hi, Yvonne from Houston. And Nandita Ola from Montreal. I bet it's cold there.
Wow, Montreal. We have people from all over the world.
Know. And Ed said Cuenca is quiet. I'm glad people are obeying the rules. It's just, you know what, if we all just hunker down and get through this, and hopefully we can be through it in another month or less. But I don't know. Now that Brant said Guatemala put their curfew in effect till May 6th. Wow.
Nice one, Carol.
What did she say?
You just pitch it over the fence, or?
No. Nice.
Jeanette, Mini basket. Awesome. I don't think Mini could carry anything more than the basket.
No, it would have to. Mini could carry like a piece of paper.
Yeah, Mini is about this size. So there's not a lot of ability for it to carry. Although I did see that people are mounting like a GoPro on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess those GoPros must be pretty light.
Yeah, they are pretty light. Hola, Billy.
Hola.
Our neighbor to the south.
Yep.
Actually, it'd be southwest because Salinas curves around from here.
It does. One day we'll see it again. One day.
Yeah, I can't wait for this to be over.
Yes. China tried to go back to work too soon. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I saw that because they haven't had a lot of new activity lately. But then I hadn't seen read any articles, but I did see that they were getting ready for a second wave. So I've had those thoughts too. It's like, okay, well, great. If we get this under control in a couple of weeks, then what? We don't want everybody just to go back to normal thinking it's over. And
yeah,
it's like when you feel better. We talk about this. It's like when you guys are sick and you finally feel better and you go crazy and you do everything, and the next day you feel all run down again.
Feel sick again.
Yeah. We don't want to do that. Yep, there's my baby.
I think she's ready for bed.
I know. She's like, what the hell, you guys? Say hi, Isha.
Thanks, SUV 1593.
I missed it.
Veronica, yes, we are able to find food. The other day I freaked out. I had a bit of a panic attack when I went up and all the mercaditos were closed and nobody knew why or if they were going to reopen. I got a little bit panicked because we were out of all of our produce on that day. And so I was a little bit nervous. We have plenty of beans and rice. We're set on that for a while, and oats and
yeah, we've got grains.
We have all kinds of grains, beans, rice, and what else? Coffee.
We don't have a ton of coffee.
I bought more coffee today.
Yes, we bought some cheap coffee to mix in with our favorite coffee to stretch it out.
Yeah, I think Ed, I think we're on day 10 or 11.
10. Well, it started the 17th.
Tuesday. So Tuesday was day 8, so 9, 10. We're on day 10, end of day 10, Ed.
Yep. Feels like forever. Not really. I'm being dramatic. I'm being a smart ass tonight, you guys. So when I saw somebody said, Walid, he's living in Guayaquil, you want to move to Cuenca? That would be a nice change from Guayaquil, I imagine.
Yeah, Cuenca is a beautiful city.
It is a beautiful city. It's quite a bit cooler.
Yeah, cooler and higher altitude.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that there's a lot of opportunity for gringo-oriented businesses in Cuenca.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of gringos that spend a lot of money there.
Yep. Any sort of expat catering to expats seem to be pretty successful.
Yeah.
There's lots and lots of restaurants, so you have to have a really good niche if you wanted to open up a restaurant.
Yeah, there are way too many restaurants and so, like hair care places and nail places. They seem to come and go really quickly.
Yeah.
Because I think there's just too much competition. And we've noticed too that in Ecuador, if they build it, they think people will come. And when I'm guessing maybe that is how things use specials and incentives for people to come and try the place out. Because a lot of places open up, they never have any customers, and then they close like within a month or two.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because in Cuenca, they seem to like-minded business or similar businesses are all lumped together. And we were told that they do that because it's all about relationships. But then we've seen some lately that just don't make it because you can have too much. You can be saturated, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So you definitely need to differentiate yourself.
And Mish, yes, we have plenty of toilet paper, and the Mercadito where we went today was loaded with toilet paper.
Yeah, that's not an issue here.
Yeah, it hasn't been an issue here.
That seems to be a U.S. thing, not an Ecuador thing.
Yeah.
At least.
It was like that in Argentina, according to Trenton Alley.
Really?
Yeah, they said they went to Walmart and all the toilet paper was gone there too.
Interesting.
And Victory Garden, Judith, that's a great idea. In fact, we have this giant tomato that looks beautiful. I'm thinking about taking the seeds and planting them in a pot.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, I would love that.
To have our own tomato plant.
Tomatoes, I think, would grow well here. Tomatoes, peppers. That'd be fun. I'm down with that. And we still have to plant our herbs. But I would prefer it if they would stop blasting our yard with chlorine gas. I don't want to have some sort of weird meat and vegetables.
Right now it's summer and alone, but I'm guessing that we're going to be heading into the winter season. There's really only summer and winter. And since we're south of the equator, it's opposite from the northern hemisphere. So we're just leaving our summer now and heading toward winter.
All right, I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys, she was doing it. I don't know if you could see.
No, they can only see us.
Yeah, so Alicia she got down off my lap and she was peeking around the corner at me like, all right, I'd like to go to bed now, please. It's very cute. Oh, your tomato has to be an heirloom variety. Well,
it looks heirloom. A lot of them here, it's not the same as the States. The tomatoes here are more like what we had when we were kids. They're like kind of big and red, and they actually taste like a tomato.
She's actually chasing her tail. I don't know what's gotten into Leash. She's had a second win tonight. I'm always happy when she gets these little energy spurts because that tells me she's feeling well. And, as we say all the time, she's quite old. So food delivery in Olón is still good. And there's people doing like grocery delivery too to help people out. I think it's nice. We haven't done any delivery ourselves, but I know it's an option. Hi, baby. Never hurts to try growing seeds. Agreed.
I would say, Nandita, I think November is probably better than August for Cuenca.
Yeah, August is not the best time.
It's not really that wet in August, but it's really cloudy, and that's one of the cool. July and August are the coolest months.
Yeah.
In Cuenca.
So if you want to know,
here too.
Yeah, if you want to know what it's like, during off season.
Yeah.
If you're like a worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But some people like to know what that's going to be like. It gets really, really gray. But everybody still goes out and does their thing. Mm-hmm. It's not like Calgary, Canada. So it's not like you're going to have feet of snow here in the winter time. It's not that bad.
Yeah. It reminds me of October in Kansas.
Just kind of gloomy.
Kind of gloomy and chilly.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's breezy. So I always used to say it's another Kansas October day.
So what else have you guys been doing to keep yourselves busy? Any other, we were going to do a cooking video of the beet brownies. Then same, and I realized I haven't cooked at sea level since 1992. So I'm not exactly sure what happened.
Yeah, they tasted good, but they were really flat. I said they were like beet fudge.
Yeah, they turned out delicious. I was missing, I could have used a little bit more beet because the beets I had were small and I needed like one more, but I don't know, definitely didn't turn out
We
right.
should show my bread.
So JP, I'm going to have to keep making more brownies. They do taste really good. I have to practice. I figured I'd practice making cornbread. JP's making regular bread. His bread turned out great. Although he made one yesterday, which we already completely inhaled. And that one took a little work, but this one turned out perfect.
Look at that.
Yes, I'm very impressed.
Here, let's see. Is it in this frame here? Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. So
I told JP that that we need to eat some vegetables because I feel like we've just been eating bread and brownies. It's not very healthy. And then for dinner, I made chana masala, which is chickpeas with brown rice. I'm like, all right, we've had a lot of beige.
It's comfort carbs.
Yes, we're doing that. So tomorrow, we got some really nice broccoli. So we're going to be eating some delicious stir fry.
Yep.
Definitely missing my vegetables.
Yeah, my bread turned out better than your beets. Beet brownies.
Well, your bread may look prettier than my beet brownies, but my beet brownies are super chocolatey and delicious.
They are really good.
I used some, you can get 100% like these little croquettes of dark chocolate that are unsweetened, and I ground some of that up and put it in the brownies. Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
And no, it's just regular bread. We couldn't find any wheat flour here in any of the stores, so we're gonna have to get that once this is all over and we can go back to Salinas and the Super Maxi. Mm-hmm. It's just regular white, like all-purpose flour. But I am gonna try and figure out how to do the sourdough. I don't know how to do that. Not sure how to do that.
Judith, the beet brownies are delicious. I highly recommend them. You don't actually taste the beets; they just give it a lot more moisture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just added the bread recipe to our website, lottofveg.com today. And it's good. And this loaf that I just did, I put a teaspoon of garlic powder in the mix. And so it's got a little bit of a hint of garlic flavor. Wow, it's good.
It is. I'm very pleased. JP's a good cook too. We both enjoy our time in the kitchen.
I do enjoy cooking.
Yes, it helps. Well, it helps me relax. Sometimes it helps relax.
Yeah, I'm not much of a baker, but Amelia told me to try to make the bread, so I do what I'm told.
That is not true. It was his idea. And I'm going to try making cornbread because we can find corn flour all over the place here. Actually, I know how to make cornbread, but not at sea level. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully it won't be a corn cracker.
Yeah, it'll be like this thick. Unleavened cornbread.
It'll still taste good though.
I'm sure we will still eat it.
Yes, we're eating those brownies. They are good. So what else was on the list? Did we go through the whole list?
50 cases in Johnson County.
Oh no.
Matoni. That's where I grew up. Johnson County, Kansas. I grew up in Gardner. I was born in Shawnee.
I haven't checked lately.
Family lives in Olathe and Kansas City and Leavenworth.
Anywhere else?
Yeah. My Bubba Gump.
I know. I haven't checked to see what's going on, like city by city where my family is.
Well, Julio, we have a year-long lease, and then we're going to reevaluate. We may go somewhere else just to have a change of scenery. We may stay here if we love it. Who knows?
Oh, Nandita, thank you. I love my collection of sunglasses too, and I cannot wait till I can go out and wear them again. I was just thinking when I was doing my yoga today, because I haven't been doing as much yoga lately. I haven't been quite as consistent. And boy, let me tell you, I could tell when I was doing the core stuff earlier today, and I was like, oh, I should practice my surfer pop-up moves. And it's like, oh, I don't want to practice because it's probably just going to depress me.
It is depressing.
But I know that's not the right attitude, right? I want to be raring to go once we are unleashed. Yeah. When our quarantine's off, I think the entire area is just going to go right into the ocean, including Daisy. Oh, that's cute. Leisha, where is she?
She's standing there. She wants to go to bed. She's giving us its bedtime look.
Yeah. She's like, what is happening right now? What are you guys doing in here?
Daisy's yawning. She's ready for bed too.
She's panting.
She's panting right now. It is warm in here.
Yeah.
What else did I have on my list?
I don't know.
Tabletop Simulator, where you can play pretty much any board game that you can think of with your friends. Although it looks like the game, it costs $20 to sign up, I think.
That's kind of a neat idea, though.
Yeah, or you can go play board games with your family and friends. He said most of his family's already on it. Oh, and a lot of the popular musicians like Yo-Yo Ma and Indigo Girls and others, James Taylor, they're under the hashtag Songs of Comfort on YouTube. Songs of Comfort. They're posting like free at-home concerts where they're just playing music in their homes and posting it to YouTube, which I thought was pretty cool. And I sent Amelia a link for a massage, beginner massage, how to give a massage.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. Sorry, JP. I had actually a very, very busy day with work.
Yeah, and I need a back massage. I haven't had a massage in weeks.
I was going to suggest you break out the heating pad, but then I was like, oh my God, if that was me, I would just melt.
Yeah.
You're not quite as hot as I am, but I
so
would not recommend the heating.
That's something a good wife would do. Here, have a heating pad. It's 90 degrees, but here's a heating pad.
Well, I didn't say it to you.
Ciao, Miche.
Ciao, thanks for hanging out with
your
us.
Name. Ciao. Thanks for coming.
Enjoy dinner. And yeah, stay safe. Oh, ice is better. Oh, ice would feel good.
Yeah, so actually both. You kind of ice it and then you heat it.
Well, I will happily try to give you a massage. I just think it was funny that you sent me a YouTube video.
In no universe, in any universe, is ice better than a massage. Yeah, it may increase blood circulation, but it sure doesn't feel as good.
It might feel good when we're really hot.
Yeah, maybe so, when it's been this warm.
Yeah.
It was extra warm today.
Yeah, it was a little steamy today. But again, it's a nice change from Cuenca because we were cold.
Yeah, I'm thankful. I mean, it's warm, but I have not once said I'm too hot or I'm tired of being hot. We were so cold for so long that I'm just really thankful to be warm.
Yeah.
Even if it's
long sleeves again, so I'm not going to just go and cut up all of my Cuenca clothes.
Yeah. Wow, in Tunisia. Oh, Siraj is in Tunisia.
Oh, wow. Wow, you're a night owl.
Wow, that's late.
Yes, buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Take care. Stay safe.
I'm impressed.
That is late. The home tattoo.
I think she keeps a lot of different hours than we do, considering I to go to bed at 9. And then Jake will wake up at 4. I still don't get up until like 6:30 or 7. I like sleeping.
I'm usually up by 5, between 5 and 6. And Daisy, she usually gets up with me.
She does. Alicia gets up with me.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a cat. I just heard a cat. Daisy heard it too.
I hear it.
She's like, cat, there's a cat in my yard.
Well, she knows what that means. She's going to go investigate.
Well, Amelia, do we have anything else? Well, it seems like everybody's tired.
Well, it's kind of late.
It is kind of late.
And this is emotional. I think so many of us are on an emotional roller coaster, and it can be pretty draining.
Yeah.
You and I have been better the last couple of days. JP and I had a rough day Monday and Tuesday.
So we've kind of settled into it.
Yeah.
I think finally, it is what it is. So
yeah.
We're kind of getting it. I was better once I realized the Mercaditos were going to be open.
Yeah, JP was really nervous about that, and I hadn't gone out to see what he saw, so I can't comment. But it is scary when you think that people might run out of food. But,
yeah, and we don't have any other real options here.
But I'm not worried about that. I do not think that will happen. And, I don't really mind that our curfew is longer now. If it makes if it makes sense, I know if it makes sense to get us through this easier, faster, safer, with less cases, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I just want us to do what we need to do and just buckle down and
I know,
get her done and move on with our lives.
Just wish everyone would do it.
I know.
Because apparently people in Guayaquil aren't following the rules, but
Yeah. Yes, and we are using face masks when we're outside.
yes.
We want to be careful.
I bought those yesterday.
Yeah, so if you want to go to a grocery store, an official grocery store in Ecuador, you have to have a mask.
Yeah, they
Some
won't
places,
let you in.
Yeah, some places I think are making you wear gloves too. I don't know. Bruce said she can hardly wait to meet us in Alone. We're looking forward to it too. I'll be in La Riconada. Oh, cool. We still have not gone and visited there.
Yeah, I know. It's on our short list. We were hoping to go there, but
You made French bread called French COVID? Nice.
it's COVID.
So how did you make a sourdough starter, Ruth?
Yeah, that's on my list to figure out next because I love sourdough.
French bread, that sounds yummy too.
Yeah.
Well, if Ruth can do it, so can you. I
Thanks.
have faith in you.
Thanks, Gibson.
Yes, thanks for hanging out.
Whew, I'm hot.
I'm doing better now that I don't have Leisha on my lap. She's a little heater, my baby.
Yep. Well, do you have anything else, Amelia?
I think I'm good. I'm getting a little sleepy.
Yeah, I'm getting sleepy. I think we're going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you all so much for coming. And we're probably, I'm not sure when we're going to have another live stream. It may not be till next week. Oh, we said 50 milligrams flour, 50 milligrams water, 2 times a day for a week.
Well, that sounds pretty easy.
Yeah,
I
can
thought
do
it was
that.
some sort of complicated, like, mystery thing.
Yeah.
You know, but all right. Well, thanks,
I guess
Ruth.
you just have to let it ferment.
I think we just, and yeah, be patient.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yep. All right, Jeanette, thanks.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah, you're not going to be flying to Quito by Easter.
Probably week after Easter. Maybe.
Huh.
I'm holding out hope. I'm holding out hope.
At the rate the cases are growing, it's looking very unlikely. But all right, guys, we're going to let you go. We will see you all in our next video and our next live stream.
Yep. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun. It's nice to be connected by our isolation.
Yes, it really is. So thanks for your time.
Yeah. All right, guys, we'll see you all soon.
All right. Ciao.
Ciao.